the hip-hop world is buzzing with tension, and this time, Tony Yayo is at the center of a shocking showdown. In a dramatic turn of events, Tony Yayo confronted legendary music executive Jay Prince after reports surfaced that Prince allegedly tried to pressure 50 Cent. Fans are stunned as details emerge, revealing a high-stakes clash that exposes the raw power dynamics in the hip-hop industry. What started as whispers behind closed doors has exploded into a full-blown confrontation, and Tony Yayo's refusal to check in or back down has only intensified the drama. Social media erupted as clips and insider reports spread like wildfire, with fans dissecting every angle of the clash. Forums, Twitter threads, and YouTube reaction videos dissected the confrontation line by line, debating who had the upper hand and what this means for 50 Cent, Tony Yayo, and Jay Prince. This isn't just a minor dispute. This is a rare public glimpse into the tensions that shape the business side of hip-hop, where loyalty, power, and respect collide. What makes this moment even more explosive is Tony Yayo's unwavering stance. By confronting a figure as influential as Jay Prince, Yayo sent a clear message that he and 50 Cent will not be easily intimidated. Fans are calling it a bold move, some saying it's one of the most shocking confrontations in recent hip-hop history. As the drama unfolds, the stakes are high, the tension is real, and the world is watching every move. This is not just a story, it's a defining moment in hip-hop power dynamics. The confrontation between Tony Yayo and Jay Prince didn't happen in a vacuum. It's the result of years of tension, power dynamics, and high-stakes dealings in the hip-hop world. Tony Yayo, long known for his loyalty to 50 Cent and the G-Unit family, has never shied away from defending his team. But this clash with Jay Prince, one of the most influential figures in the music industry, marked a rare escalation that fans had only speculated about behind closed doors. According to multiple sources, the tension began when Jay Prince allegedly tried to pressure 50 Cent regarding certain business dealings and industry decisions. While the exact nature of the pressure remains unclear, insiders suggest it involved attempts to influence 50 Cent's moves in ways that could have affected both his financial interests and his reputation. When Tony Yayo learned of the situation, he reportedly took immediate action, confronting Prince directly and making it clear that neither he nor 50 Cent would be intimidated. This bold move has sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community, with fans debating whether such confrontations are becoming more common in an era where personal loyalty and public image intersect so heavily with business interests. Fans quickly took to social media to react to the news. Twitter threads exploded with speculation, memes, and analysis of the confrontation. Clips from interviews, past events, and even social media posts were dissected for context, with many users praising Tony Yayo for standing up to a figure as powerful as Jay Prince. On Instagram, hip-hop accounts highlighted the defiance in Yayo's stance, emphasizing his loyalty to 50 Cent and his refusal to check in or bow under pressure. TikTok videos recreated the confrontation with dramatic flair, turning the incident into a viral moment that captivated audiences beyond the traditional hip-hop fan base. The role of 50 Cent in all of this cannot be understated. As the central figure in G-Unit and a business mogul in his own right, 50 Cent's decisions have long been scrutinized by fans, competitors, and industry insiders. Reports suggest that Tony Yayo's confrontation was as much about defending 50 Cent's autonomy as it was about maintaining respect within the industry. By refusing to back down, Yayo sent a message that 50 Cent's team operates with loyalty, strategy, and an unspoken understanding of the consequences of crossing certain lines. Industry analysts have pointed out that Jay Prince's involvement adds another layer of complexity. Prince, as the founder of Rap-A-Lot Records, commands immense influence and respect across the music industry. A confrontation with him is not something taken lightly, and Tony Yayo's bold stance signals both courage and calculated risk. For fans, this clash is fascinating not just because of the personalities involved, but also because it offers rare insight into the behind-the-scenes power dynamics that shape hip-hop beyond the music itself. The history between these figures adds further context. Tony Yayo's loyalty to 50 Cent has been tested numerous times over the years, from early G-Unit disputes to business negotiations. But this confrontation represents a rare moment where loyalty and direct conflict intersect publicly. Meanwhile, J. Prince's reputation as a kingmaker in hip-hop and a decisive figure in business dealings makes the confrontation all the more significant. This isn't merely a personal disagreement. It's a clash of influence, authority, and long-standing networks within the industry. Fans also speculated about the potential fallout. Could this confrontation lead to long-term tension between 50 Cent's camp and J. Prince's network? Or was this an isolated incident that would be resolved behind closed doors? Social media users debated every possibility, with some suggesting that Tony Yayo's defiance could inspire other artists and affiliates to stand their ground in similar situations. Others worried that escalating tensions with someone of J. Prince's stature could have unintended consequences for 50 Cent and G-Unit's business ventures. The media response further amplified the drama. Hip-hop news outlets, blogs, and YouTube channels quickly picked up the story, providing detailed breakdowns of the events, background context, and possible implications. Analysts highlighted the rarity of such confrontations becoming public knowledge, noting that in many cases, these types of disputes are handled discreetly. The fact that fans are now aware of Tony Yayo standing up to J. Prince adds a new dimension to the narrative, showcasing both the stakes and the bravery involved. Adding another layer to the situation is the cultural significance. In hip-hop, respect, loyalty, and reputation are paramount. Tony Yayo's refusal to check in sends a clear message about his values and those of 50 Cent's team. It demonstrates that even in an industry where power dynamics are complex and often opaque, loyalty and principle can still dictate actions. Fans interpreted this as a reaffirmation of G-Unit's long-standing ethos: loyalty first, reputation second, and never allow external pressure to compromise your position. The confrontation has also sparked debate about generational power shifts in hip-hop. With figures like 50 Cent and Tony Yayo representing veteran perspectives and J. Prince symbolizing long-standing industry authority, fans and analysts alike are watching closely to see how influence is wielded, contested, and defended. Some argue that Yayo's stance represents a new era of assertiveness in hip-hop culture, where artists and affiliates are more willing to confront established power structures directly. Others caution that such confrontations carry inherent risks, especially when they involve figures with decades of industry experience and networks. At the same time, the incident has reignited discussions about the broader implications for 50 Cent's brand and business ventures. By standing firm, Tony Yayo reinforces the image of 50 Cent's camp as disciplined, united, and unafraid to defend itself. Fans interpreted this as a demonstration of strength, one that could resonate across music, streaming, and entrepreneurial ventures associated with 50 Cent. Analysts suggested that this show of loyalty might even enhance 50 Cent's reputation in negotiations and collaborations, signaling that he operates with a team that will defend him against any external pressure. Despite the high stakes, the confrontation has also generated a sense of excitement and engagement among fans. Social media commentary ranges from admiration for Yayo's bravery to speculation about possible behind-the-scenes negotiations between 50 Cent's team and J. Prince. Memes and reaction videos capture the tension and drama, while long-form analyses explore potential repercussions for both camps. The incident has transformed a personal dispute into a cultural event, highlighting the intersection of loyalty, influence, and public perception in hip-hop today. As the saga continues to unfold, one thing is clear: Tony Yayo's confrontation with J. Prince is more than a headline. It is a reflection of the complex power dynamics in modern hip-hop. Fans are watching every development, analyzing implications for 50 Cent, G-Unit, and the broader industry. Behind the scenes, negotiations, strategy, and influence continue to shape outcomes that may never be fully visible to the public, but the public reaction demonstrates just how invested audiences are in the narrative. This confrontation will likely be remembered as a defining moment in Tony Yayo's career and in the ongoing story of 50 Cent's G-Unit. It underscores the value of loyalty, the consequences of power plays, and the attention to detail required to navigate an industry where influence is both currency and weapon. Fans and analysts alike are eagerly awaiting the next development, understanding that in hip-hop, Moments like these can ripple across music, business, and culture in ways that are unpredictable and far-reaching. As news of Tony Yayo's confrontation with J Prince spread, the hip-hop community immediately exploded. Social media became a whirlwind of opinions, memes, and speculation. Fans across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok were dissecting every nuance of the confrontation, replaying clips, analyzing statements, and debating the implications. Hashtags like #TonyYayo, #JPrince, and #50Cent began trending worldwide, demonstrating how deeply invested audiences were in this high-stakes drama. The story quickly transcended music, spilling into cultural commentary, business speculation, and discussions about loyalty and respect in the industry. The reaction among fans was intense and divided. Some praised Tony Yayo for his courage, seeing the confrontation as a bold defense of 50 Cent and G-Unit's autonomy. They viewed his refusal to check in with J Prince as a powerful statement about loyalty, independence, and street credibility, values that have long defined G-Unit. Memes circulated showing Yayo as a fearless protector, standing up to one of the most influential figures in hip-hop. TikTok creators dramatized the confrontation, often overlaying dramatic music or highlighting Yayo's direct quotes, turning the moment into viral entertainment while reinforcing his reputation for boldness. On the other hand, some fans and commentators criticized the confrontation as risky and potentially damaging. J Prince, as the founder of Rap-A-Lot Records and a figure with decades of industry influence, commands immense respect. Challenging him publicly could have serious business repercussions for 50 Cent, Tony Yayo, and their affiliates. Analysts speculated whether Yayo's defiance could create tension behind the scenes, affect future collaborations, or even complicate negotiations with other influential figures in the industry. This tension between respect and defiance became a major talking point across fan forums and hip-hop media outlets. The role of 50 Cent in all of this remained central. While he was not directly involved in the confrontation, Tony Yayo's actions reflected his loyalty and commitment to protecting 50 Cent's interests. Fans noted that Yayo's stance sent a clear message. 50 Cent's team operates with discipline, courage, and a willingness to confront threats head-on. Interviews and social media commentary from 50 Cent himself only added to the intrigue, as he praised loyalty while carefully navigating the delicate balance between public narrative and behind-the-scenes strategy. Analysts suggested that his measured responses demonstrated mastery in controlling both his brand and the story around this confrontation. The incident also sparked a wave of insider speculation. Sources familiar with the situation suggested that discussions between 50 Cent's team and J Prince's camp were likely taking place behind closed doors. While the public witnessed the confrontation, the real negotiations, clarifications, and potential agreements were probably occurring in private. Industry insiders noted that such high-profile clashes often have multiple layers: public posturing, strategic messaging, and private reconciliation or negotiation. Fans speculated endlessly about what might be happening behind the scenes, further fueling the digital frenzy. The historical context of both figures amplified the drama. Tony Yayo has long been known as one of 50 Cent's most loyal allies, often stepping in to defend him in both business and street matters. J Prince, meanwhile, has earned a legendary reputation for being decisive, influential, and strategic, with a network that spans decades. The confrontation represented not only a clash of personalities, but also a meeting of two worlds: veteran street loyalty versus established industry power. This context gave the story depth, making it about more than just one incident. It became a symbolic struggle over respect, influence, and control within hip-hop. Social media continued to be a battlefield. Twitter threads analyzed Tony Yayo's tone, gestures, and statements, while Instagram accounts compiled reactions and expert commentary. YouTube channels created detailed breakdowns, offering viewers context about past disputes, G-Unit history, and J Prince's influence in the music world. Even casual viewers who weren't deeply familiar with the personalities involved were drawn into the story, captivated by the drama, the stakes, and the insight into hip-hop power dynamics. The narrative expanded rapidly, creating multiple angles for engagement. loyalty, defiance, risk, and strategic influence. Fans also speculated about the potential fallout. Could this confrontation escalate into a wider feud between 50 Cent's affiliates and J. Prince's network? Would it affect upcoming collaborations, business ventures, or media projects? Discussions ranged from serious analysis of contracts and negotiations to lighthearted memes imagining dramatic versus scenarios. This blend of humor, speculation, and cultural commentary ensured that the story maintained a viral presence for days and weeks after the initial confrontation. Legal and business implications were another point of discussion. While the confrontation was primarily about influence and respect, the stakes could potentially have legal or contractual consequences. Analysts noted that in the music industry, public confrontations can affect negotiations, royalties, and partnerships. By refusing to check in, Tony Yayo risked creating tension that might need to be resolved formally behind closed doors. Fans and commentators debated whether his defiance would ultimately strengthen G-Unit's position by signaling confidence and independence, or create unnecessary friction with a powerful industry figure. The confrontation also sparked broader conversations about loyalty and hierarchy in hip-hop. Tony Yayo's actions reaffirmed the value of loyalty within G-Unit, showing that protecting your team and leader is paramount. At the same time, it highlighted how influence and authority operate differently in the modern music industry. Respect is earned both on the streets and in boardrooms, and Tony Yayo's stance illustrated the ongoing negotiation between these two spheres. Fans were fascinated by this intersection, discussing how loyalty, influence, and strategy coexist in shaping outcomes for major figures in hip-hop. As the story continued, observers noted the long-term cultural impact. High-profile confrontations like this are rare, and they provide insight into the dynamics of power, respect, and loyalty that define the genre. Tony Yayo's confrontation with J. Prince was not only about defending 50 Cent. It became a cultural moment, a reference point for discussions about courage, principle, and the balance of power in hip-hop. Analysts predicted that this incident would be remembered alongside other legendary moments of loyalty and confrontation in the genre's history. Even beyond fans and insiders, the story reached mainstream media outlets, highlighting the continuing relevance of hip-hop narratives in wider cultural discussions. The saga became a teaching moment about influence, relationships, and negotiation in an industry where reputation is everything. Fans across generations engaged in discussions about the significance of loyalty, the risks of confrontation, and the ways in which public and private actions can ripple across careers. Ultimately, the Tony Yayo versus J. Prince confrontation serves as a reminder of the high stakes in hip-hop, both on the streets and in the boardroom. It demonstrates the importance of loyalty, the risks of challenging powerful figures, and the complexity of maintaining influence and reputation in an industry driven by visibility and respect. Fans, analysts, and media outlets alike continue to follow the story closely, dissecting every move and predicting the next development. As the weeks unfold, all eyes remain on 50 Cent's team, Tony Yayo's next steps, and the potential response from J. Prince's network. The saga has already proven that in hip-hop, loyalty and courage are as valuable as talent, and public confrontations can shape careers, legacies, and cultural perception for years to come. As the dust from Tony Yayo's confrontation with J. Prince began to settle, the ripple effects continued to reverberate across the hip-hop community. Fans, media outlets, and industry insiders alike were still dissecting every detail, analyzing what the confrontation meant for 50 Cent, G-Unit, and the larger music industry. The situation had become more than just a clash between two figures. It had evolved into a cultural moment, highlighting loyalty, influence, and power dynamics in modern hip-hop. From a business perspective, the incident highlighted the strategic importance of image management. 50 Cent's team, including Tony Yayo, navigated the situation with a mix of boldness and calculation, ensuring that their actions reinforced both loyalty and reputation. Meanwhile, J. Prince's measured approach preserved his authority and influence, demonstrating that power in hip-hop is exercised in multiple ways, sometimes publicly, sometimes quietly, but always with consequences. Fans recognized this interplay, leading to extensive analysis and debate about who truly held the upper hand. As the saga drew on, the long-term implications became clearer. Tony Yayo's public confrontation solidified his reputation as a loyal and fearless ally, while also sending a warning to industry figures about the cost of attempting to pressure or manipulate 50 Cent's camp. J. Prince maintained his influence by handling the situation strategically, showing that authority is not always about public displays, but often about careful calculation. 50 Cent, as the central figure, benefited from the display of loyalty and strength within his team, reinforcing his image as a powerful and well-protected figure in the industry. Ultimately, the Tony Yayo versus J. Prince confrontation stands as a defining moment in modern hip-hop. It demonstrates the complex balance between loyalty, influence, and strategy, highlighting the different ways power is exercised and perceived. Fans, media, and industry insiders continue to analyze the situation, noting that the public spectacle is only part of a deeper narrative involving private negotiations, reputational stakes, and long-term legacy. The story has become a case study in the intersection of street loyalty, celebrity influence, and business acumen within the music industry. In conclusion, the saga showcases the enduring importance of loyalty, principle, and strategic awareness in hip-hop. Tony Yayo's bold stance against J. Prince reflects unwavering loyalty to 50 Cent, while Prince's measured response underscores the power of discretion and long-term influence. Fans remain captivated, social media buzzes with speculation and analysis, and the entire incident serves as a lesson in how respect, authority, and reputation interact in one of the world's most competitive industries. For 50 Cent, Tony Yayo, and even J. Prince, the fallout of this confrontation will be remembered as a defining moment, one that demonstrates that in hip-hop, loyalty is paramount, influence is complex, and every move carries weight. The drama may fade from headlines, but the legacy of this clash will continue to echo through the culture, shaping how future generations perceive loyalty, power, and strategy in the music industry.